Forge, Chapter 59. The Marquise de Lafayette left early along with the officers' wives, but more fellows arrived to continue the party long after Mrs. Green had retired. Hannah's husband Isaac came from headquarters with the wagon to take her home. She was a kind soul and had prepared much more food than required for the party when she realized how Isabel had been struggling in the kitchen. I moved back and forth between the kitchen and dining room, helping Isabel with the washing up and tending to the needs of the gentlemen, deep in conversation about the best way to unseat the British from Philadelphia. Just when I was on the brink of screaming at them, a contagion of yawning passed from one fellow to the next. The visitors asked me to bring their horses around to the front door. Once they departed, the gentlemen of Moor Hall had gone up the stairs. I finally had a chance to speak with Isabel and plan our escape. But I did not even get the first word out of my mouth before Bellingham walked in. I jumped to my feet. Sir, is something the matter? Do you require me? He yawned. Not me, and not you. Mrs. Green is restless in her sleep and says she feels ill. I think she misses her husband. She would like Isabel to sit with her. Now? Isabel asked. For the night, Bellingham added. You may move your pallet to her chamber. Make her up a pot of tea with whatever herbs one uses for calming. Yes, sir. Isabel swung the kettle over the fire. Thank you, sir, I said, though there was nothing to thank him for. He gave the absent nod, but did not leave, preferring to watch Isabel take down a clean teapot for her from the shelf and walk to the larder for tea. Fetch your pallet, will you? I did not want to leave her alone in the room with him, but I had little choice. I ran up 2 flights of stairs, not worrying about the sound of my heavy footsteps disturbing the sleep of anyone. If he had ill intent in mind, I might prevent it by causing a ruckus. I grabbed her pallet and blankets and thudded back down the stairs. Isabel must have been working as fast as me, for as I came down the attic steps, she and Bellingham were coming down the hall. I took it upon myself to knock loudly on Mrs. Green's door. Isabel is here, ma'am. I followed Isabel into the chamber and laid out a pallet as slow as I could, and then I bowed and departed. Bellingham had gone into his chamber by then, to my relief. I waited in the dark kitchen, hoping that Isabel would be able to sneak out and we could escape into the night. We could make our way close to camp and hide in the woods near the bridge, then work our way out into the crowd when that was sure to gather to see off Lafayette's troops. When she did not creep down the stairs, I realized I had to prepare for both of us. My first task was to examine the key that we'd cast. I took the candle out to my sleeping shed and uncovered the pail from its hiding place behind the woodpile. After removing the brick and the top layer of sand, I held the lead piece in the light. For what was all it was, a thin puddle of lead with sand stuck in it. In no way did it resemble a key.